Are you ready?
Let's fucking get to her, bud.
What's up? What's up? I'm sitting here with Chris Motionless of Motionless in White, the Black King himself. Chris, what's up, man?
That is not self-proclaimed.
That was
you said it, not I.
assumptions.
But I'll wear that crown.
No, I appreciate it, man. I don't know if you know this, but this is actually my first time actually seeing you guys live.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to talk in
we
the
got
microphone. That's sick. I think the only thing that sucks about today is we can't do the pyro that we have. But we do have
indoors.
Yeah, we do have lasers. This is like an EDM venue.
Yeah.
So they have all these in-house lights, like lasers and shit. So
Lasers.
we're going EDM tonight.
Dude, that's sick. Well, this is actually going to be really fitting because of all the cyber stuff that obviously your last album, and I'm actually really pumped for it now that you're telling me this, which is kind of cool because like I'm kind of like a nerd for that kind of stuff, and I saw like We Came as Romans kind of talk about their light packages going into like live stuff. Are you like a part of that? Do you kind of like? Oh, you are? Okay.
I am very fortunately able to work with a lot of great people. Like on our team, we have there's the head of each department, and then we work together on what I want or like ideas and stuff. And then then they take my very uneducated. I don't know what the hell. A certain terminology with lights are or whatever, but I know that I have like a vision for what I want for each song.
Yeah.
Colors, and then I detail it as much as I can. Then they work on it, and it goes from there and make it this huge epic production. And it's such a cool thing to see, like little ideas turn into this big thing.
That is so cool. I didn't realize you were like that involved with it, so that's really cool to see.
Yeah, I don't really know how each band is individually, but with us, I like can't help but be involved in every single thing that we do. So
Man, I have a guilty pleasure in that some way, shape, or form, but I love being in the same boat like that.
Yeah, I'm definitely like. It's not necessarily like a control freak aspect. It's just that like I just know what I want so much that like I just can't. There's like a level of like not distrust, but like I also just can't let someone do something that I have a vision for. And without, it's weird, but that's just
no. I totally hear that. Like I have an editor, and like he knows how to edit videos, and I've like trained him. I'm like made videos on him. I'm like, dude, I need you to do this, and that, and like it was hard for me to trust someone else to do that. Yeah. This guy is phenomenal and does better edits than I do, and has such a young creative mind. I'm like, yes, dude.
He's blushing right now.
He probably
editing
is.
This video.
Usually I do the podcast, but maybe I'll really get him to do this just to see his reaction on it. But hey, you guys are on tour right now with Knock Loose, After the Burial, and also Alpha Wolf. I just was doing some content on them earlier with their live set. Phenomenal. I've seen them live before. One of my favorite bands to see. And I just wanted to know, like, how's the tour going? We're kind of catching the tail end here.
We are, we're at the running on fumes part of the tour. It's great. I mean, we've gone through a lot on this tour, and then prepping for this tour.
Yeah.
This is also our third back-to-back tour that we've done, as that Motionless has done. So
since after COVID.
No, just like we did a tour in Europe in June, July, gotcha. Then a tour in this moment, July, August. We had 2 weeks off, then right into this tour, which is a month and a half long. So it's been a lot, but I love it. This is what I live for.
What you do.
So I love it. It only gets really, really tough when you're sick, and that's kind of been like an issue with us throughout the tour. So
of course.
I feel better now, and I'm like, all right, let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready to get back to playing and feeling good. And now we're done. Yeah. So
nice. Well, hey, I'm glad because we're here in Toronto, and I'm pretty pumped for it. New lights and stuff that are coming out. I mean, you guys have been hanging out, doing the tour and stuff like that. What has been like the craziest crowd so far? Which city?
I mean, definitely the hometown show that we played. We started the tour with hosting our own festival for the first time ever.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I didn't know that. See, living in Canada sucks. I gotta fly down and get to one of these.
I'm showing this air out.
Yeah, go for it.
It's annoying. It's so loud.
No, it's keeping my sweat down.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I can't do it.
It's all good.
Yeah, we started off at home hosting our own festival. We joined with the Parkway tour.
Oh,
and it was 9,000 people. It was insane.
9,000. Is that your biggest crowd yet to date?
That's the biggest headliner we've ever done. And it was at home, so it was like such a cool, special experience.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't even think I've ever been to a metal concert that big.
It was, I mean, obviously it was that way because we combined the tours with, you know, with the Parkway tour, and there was, 8 bands, and they're all like bands that every single person would know. Often that Northlane was on it.
Yes.
Amity, like it was just
They
so
came
sick.
through as well after that tour through here, and that's when I had COVID and I missed it.
Oh, sorry.
Sucked, man. I think I missed 5 concerts in a row. That whole week, everything just came through Canada. It blowed. That being said, I mean, like you had like 3 tours back to back. What has been like your most craziest moment so far on these tours?
The craziest moment.
So crazy.
I don't know. I mean, there were some pretty cool moments. But like, yeah, doing Europe and doing a bunch of the festivals there was awesome. In This Moment tour was really interesting because we played so many places that were not major cities. Like we were playing like, you know, like not even the major cities within Alabama or like certain like outer cities of. Like we weren't playing Indianapolis, Indiana. We were playing Evansville and Fort, like just places that you don't get to go to very often.
Nice.
And finding them end up being packed, where it was like, what's going on? This is sick. Like, so it was cool to play a bunch of places that you don't see, and then have fans show up and be really excited. I don't know. I can't really pick any one moment, but I know the second that you leave, I'm gonna be like, fuck! I remember this one thing, and I don't remember. Yeah.
We'll edit it in. You can send me just a video message. Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm like, if it isn't Toronto tonight, I don't know what is. So
yeah,
you gotta go run.
You gotta walk by, bud.
It's all good, man. We got lots of film on here, digital film. That was lame. But no, that's really cool, man. And I was gonna tie into that. Like, if Toronto doesn't show you guys what's up, then
well, this show is like a makeup show because we were supposed to come here in Trinity, and it got canceled because of the snowstorm. And I was thinking about it, and the only other tour we did in the U.S. besides Trinity all of last year was one at the end of 2021, and I don't think we came to Canada. Okay. So this would be the first time being in Toronto since 2020 with Beartooth.
Oh yeah,
so
that's
like
right.
3.5 years of time not being here, so I'm very much expecting this shit's gonna pop off.
Yeah, it's about to pop off. Hey, before we go on to like stages and stuff like that, I know we're kind of cutting it into you guys walking on the stage, but like, do you guys have any like cool different rituals before you go on stage? I've always been wondering about that.
Not particularly. I mean, like everyone kind of has their own thing. Actually.
What is the coolest one that you've seen on with all the bands you tour? What's one that like really sticks out?
I don't know. No, everyone. I just don't think there's like the like crazy ritual anymore. Like everyone has their own like group handshake or like the call that they do. You know, the sports like go team thing. We just have like our fist bump. You know, moment. There's nothing really extraordinary, but I also don't recognize a lot of bands doing anything crazy. I think We Came as Romans is the only one.
I was just gonna bring that up. There, what was it? The whiskey shot chant.
Yeah, I think Andy is his name, right?
Yeah, Andy Glass.
Andy does this like crazy character voice. I don't know the context behind it.
I saw that on TikTok too. Actually.
Yeah, that's the coolest one.
That's cool. It's cool that you brought that up actually. But I noticed you have your purple hair rocking out tonight, which is awesome. And I wanted to ask you some questions because I love the purple. Going back to your video for Sign of Life, you had it in that with the spikes and everything. What was the inspiration for that?
Definitely like the 2000s new metal, new goth look. Like all the bands that like really got me into like, you know, that world of music. That was like one of the biggest styles, like the spiked hair. Like
it brings me back to high school.
Linkin Park, Orgy, all that style of band that just like looked. You know, they had the shiny pants on, the fishnets and everything. It was just
bell
like
bottoms.
Yeah. So definitely that era, and that's when I grew up in music and discovered all this stuff. So I was like, I gotta go back and do a look I've always wanted to do.
Awesome. I really respect that. And I think a lot of your fans did as well. I think it was just really cool, unique, different. You've been popping off with like different hair colors every music video, which gets me wound up. But like, even speaking of like inspirations, you guys had Mick Gordon come on for Scoring the End of the World. I gotta ask, like, are we gonna have, is there like potential to possibly have him back on in future songs?
I'm actually going to reach out and see if he wants to like work on a song from scratch. Because like, you know, by the time we reached out to him, we were kind of a little heavier into the album at that point.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, you know, he's been doing a lot of production work with bands like Bring Me and other artists, and that was kind of like what it ended up happening. He did make some really cool changes to the song from how we had it.
Okay.
That ended up being like so much better. Like the ending is so much more theatrical and dramatic than it used to be, and that's all Mick. And as soon as I heard him pitch it to us, I was like, yes, you're so good, dude.
When you have that and you can just tell them yes, that's really cool.
Yeah, so I would love to work on a song from like the ground up this time.
That would be cool. Hey, everybody tag them right now. But I got one really important question. It's probably the most important question of this whole interview
This
here.
is definitely going to be the least important question, isn't it?
I'm hyping it up pretty good, eh? But can we expect some nasty bless on the next album here?
Absolutely.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. And the reason why I want to know, I mean, I want to know and I don't want to know because I love doing my reactions and being surprised. But like, I need to prepare for my next reaction.
I'm gonna share something with you, pal.
All right, share it.
So I already tried to do this before Halloween, but unfortunately, there's no way to make it work. But there is a version of Slaughterhouse that doesn't have. I recorded all the vocals first before we had asked Brian.
Oh, okay.
So there is a version of just me screaming the whole song. And I was like, well, it feels weird to ever release this because the song is what it is because Brian's on it. Like he made that shit go from a cool song to like the gnarliest
So he had a
song.
lot more involved with it.
Yeah, like he like
than just like a guest vocals.
yeah, I mean, he didn't necessarily write anything, but he took the song and just you'll hear it. If we ever release it, you'll hear like what his role, like you're gonna be like, wow, this song would not have been the same without Brian. But I was like, well, if I ever do release this, I feel like that's a perfect opportunity to listen to the overwhelming amount of fans that have been like, why is there no bleh in the breakdown?
Oh my god.
So if I ever release it, I'm gonna add the bleh to the middle breakdown after the one mutilation under God, and finally we will all feel whole again. Or I could just do that with the Brian version and never release the one with just me. I don't know. Either way, it's got to happen.
It's gotta happen for sure. I thought when you were talking about like I was explaining the hot dogs and stuff, that you were saying like Halloween. I thought you were gonna like dress up as a hot dog or something like that.
No. That would definitely be a challenge for me to yeah.
No, I totally understand. And I did, in fact, use vegan hot dogs for that video, just to clarify. And speaking of hot dog, it was just kind of cool. I know we talked a bit in DMs when that kind of happened, but I just want to like share this moment with you doing this interview, but like explain to people how you heard about this video from, I think it's like a vegan restaurant that you go to.
Yeah, I was talking. I walked into the restaurant, and the owner is super cool. He's like, we chat every time I walk in, and he was like, "Yeah, that song Slaughterhouse that you guys did is really cool. I think he said he heard about it or watched something on YouTube, and he was trying to describe it, and he like didn't know how to really say it.
It's pretty different.
Yeah, and he was like, the guy did this. I don't remember what he said, but I was like, oh, the hot dog guy. And he's like, yeah, the hot dog guy. So then he wrote that to you.
Yeah.
And
then I messaged you or something like that. I'm like, so now I'm the hot dog guy.
I hate that also was like something that got back to you because it sounds disrespectful when you don't know the context. Like, yeah, the hot dog guy.
Yeah. Loser.
Yeah. But I'm glad that it got to be cleared up.
Oh, hell yeah. No, honestly, it's a wicked story, and it's so cool to hear from something so far away as well that, like, I mean, I started from ground zero, we all have, and just to hear that, like, something like that has, like, got back to you, and, like, now we're sitting here today, like, it's just nuts, blows my mind. But I know you guys are about to go up on stage really soon, so we'll do some rapid questions for you. Cut it up nice and quick time's up, but pumpkin tattoos. What's your obsession with them? I see some people in
the hard-hitting question.
Yeah, this is a hard one.
What is my obsession? I truly don't understand, but like the symbol of the jack-o'-lantern like is what I associate with Halloween. I'm a gigantic Halloween fan, and anything that is under that umbrella. So I didn't even plan that. It just sort of happened. Like the piece that I have on my tour, I have a fucking pumpkin.
I was gonna wear mine today too, but I didn't.
I just didn't plan it, and it sort of happened that way. And then after I realized it, I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of like, this is a lot of pumpkins. My ex-girlfriend pointed it out, and she was like, you have like 57 pumpkins. I counted them. I was like,
what?
No, I don't.
I thought it was like 30 something.
No, it's like 57, 56 or something. And then I have decided that I've been lasering this hand off because I don't even know what the hell that was. But lasering this off, and I was like, well, what am I going to get there? I could get anything. And I was like,
pumpkin.
Fucking pumpkin.
Like,
let's
on
go.
Outside too.
Yeah. I this was lasered as well.
Oh, okay.
And this is a cover up from our former drummer Angelo Parenti, who works at Black Casket Tattoo in Dixon City, Pennsylvania. But yeah, he did this, and I just love what he does so much.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm just gonna have him do another one.
Like, I'm not like a super big Halloween guy, but I love Halloween. When was your first? Do you remember your first concert? Who did you go see?
My first concert was No Doubt.
No Doubt.
Yeah, and like 95, 96. So,
wow.
Yeah.
I have seen.
When were
No
you
Doubt
born?
once.
Probably like 93 or something. Huh?
89.
80. Okay, so you're a little older than I.
Really?
Maybe I was trying to make myself
Hey,
out to
no,
be
dude,
way
I'm
older than I am.
I'm so down with that. I got lots of people that say like I look like I'm 27, so I'll take it. So I work with a lot of like smaller and upcoming bands. What advice would you give them today to kind of do what they're doing, make it big, kind of deal?
Interestingly enough, this is gonna sound like I'm shitting on it, but I'm not. Don't just rely on social media to basically make your entire band. I feel like there's this perception that you can like just, upload your shit to the internet and to TikTok, and yeah, some bands will get noticed and blow up and whatnot, but that's like such a few and far between thing. And my advice is that you have to truly be willing to go out there and fucking get it. Like,
I agree.
You have to chase it and want it and grind it out and truly like
experience it.
The experience of what it is, and you're going to be so much more whole and enriched if you. It's not to say like work hard just to work hard. That's not what I mean. But like there's a very particular level of experience and wholeness that I feel like I'm so fortunate that I have, because we're in a van grinding it out for so many years, and I just think that you have to like go out there and prove yourself to real people face to face on that stage and hone that in and experience that. So that's my advice.
Wow, that's really good advice. I mean, I'm someone that watches bands kind of blow up from social medias and stuff, and I mean, I don't really get to see them go out and grind. But yeah, I definitely agree with that as well. I don't know if I know this story, but what is the meaning behind Motionless in White, and like how did it become?
So the title is a song title from a band that we were super influenced by called 18 Visions. Yeah, they're like an older metalcore band from Orange County, and that whole scene of bands was huge for us. Like 18 Visions, Bleeding Through, As I Lay Dying, Atreyu, and they had a song called Motionless and White, and we named our band Motionless in White.
That's
and
cool.
Here we are. Yeah.
I was coming up on this the drive here, and I'm like, I believe like All Time Low kind of came up with that from Newfound Glory and kind of took one of their songs and stuff like that. And there's like a trail of things. So it's kind of neat. Yeah. I wonder who's going to take a Motionless in White song and make it into their band name.
Dude, you know what's fucked up?
Tell me.
We're starting to like see bands, you know, reference us as like influences of their band and shit. And I'm just like, when did we become the old guys? You know, like
I don't see it like that.
But yeah, like I saw, you know, a video of a band covering one of our old songs, and that's really cool to see. Like, it's awesome to have any type of, you know, positive influence on any young bands that are wanting to do what they're doing. So I back it, and I'm here to support it for sure.
I love that. I love that you actually love that as well. I feel like there's some bands out there that just like, they're trying to copy us or coattail off our sound kind of thing. But I don't even say bands are doing that with you guys, but just to see that and you guys be proud of like, hey, we're like, I'm trying to pick the right words for this, but like almost like the founder, like the ground or foundation of like metalcore in a way, kind of thing. Like people have looked up to you for a long ass time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. We're certainly not like pioneers or the founders of it as a genre in any stretch, but I think for a lot of younger fans that are getting into it, we're like a band that I feel like has enough of a catalog that they could, I don't know, just recognize it being like an older, more, I hate to claim influential, but like to some people, yeah. And I think that's awesome. And like it, you know, I'd rather it be us than you know, another band that I feel like I don't mean like another band like in particular, just I'd rather it be us that I feel like has a good message and a good positive, like the whole root of what Motionless is meant to be something really positive. So I like that we can be a band that does that for
That's
bands.
amazing, dude. All right, last question. We'll wrap it up here. If you were stranded on an island with 3 albums to listen to, which 3 albums would you listen to the entire rest of your life?
Which 3 of my favorite albums do I want to grow to hate most?
Grow to hate. I guess that's more of a better question.
I'll go with Bleeding Through the Truth. I hate this fucking question.
I'm so sorry.
I hate you.
I mean, it's only one. I could have had like so many of these questions that you hate.
I'm gonna go with I'll pick wildly different things from each other. My favorite score ever written from Skyrim. The game that score is just fucking phenomenal. Like if you listen to that kind of music. So yeah, the Skyrim whole score album. And then let's see, I'll pick something completely different than that.
Yeah, you gotta have variety. You're trapped on an island.
Let's go with Folklore from Taylor Swift.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Another
That
one of
threw
my
me
favorite
off
albums.
quick time. I mean, like I love Taylor Swift. I'm not calling myself a Swiftie or anything.
I
but
am.
You are Swiftie. That's
Yes,
awesome,
yes.
dude. No, I can, not that I can hear it in your like inspirations or stuff like that, but being into pop culture and stuff like that, I find like there's a lot of bands out there that have really cool influences like that. Beartooth, I feel like it's one of them. Caleb, and also recently that I found out from someone else as well, but I can't remember the name. But dude, that is so awesome to hear. Thank you so much for your time today and hanging out with us on this talk. I'm excited to see you guys. I'm ready to get my face melted by all the Bless live today. So Chris, thank you so much for this.
I'll be sure to give you I've been doing an extra long one in Thoughts and Prayers during the middle breakdown.
Is it during the first 3 songs?
It is the 4th song.
That's all right. I got one of these, so I'll just sneak over.
Yeah. Cool. I got you.
Sounds good, man. Well, dude, thank you so much. Go crush it tonight.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.